I started for a long time ago. I started with cars. My grandfather had an old gas station. And I started put pig in tires when I was 5-6 years. After coming from school and things like this. And then I started working in the garage my grandfather had. And a little bit later I buy the gas station from my grandfather. And then I started some car garage for repair. And expanded with that. I sent a lot of tires many years that I do still. And suddenly I started with towing. That was in 2004. I started with towing of cars and trucks. But I have some trucks before that sometimes I buy some cars and then I drive and pick up the cars by myself in Oslo. So then I have an old truck, so I'm driving a little bit. But in 2004, then I started a towing company. This is my life, but I have not so much vacation. I may be working a little bit too much, but I like it, so what can I do? When I started towing, that was very good because I think always this have been a good work. When I see self, it's a good work. Now my son is working here, my daughter is working here, my wife is working, everybody is working in my company. So, it's good. I think to have work like this, you cannot like to sleep much. And you have to have interesting for what you do. Because if you only think you're going to do a lot of money that you don't do, this have to be, one thing is a work, but maybe a hobby a little bit too. If you want to have work like this, then you need to work much. You have to work in the night. And sometimes you have to stay up very, very early. You cannot be a sleepy monster to have this work. The car gets more difficult. Now we're starting a lot of batteries car. This is make many problems because they have a lot of problems with this. They start with the battery for trucks. You have to learn, you have to follow the time because it's coming so much new with new cars. Only to tow them. Sometimes there is no battery on it. All wheel is blocked. You cannot open the car. You have to be a good mechanic to work with these things. So you cannot only driving the trucks or the car. You have to be clever in your head too. There is a lot of change. When I start, you can fix all car at the road. Only with your hands. You need maybe some plugs or something like this. You have all the tools with you. But today it's so much diagnose, you cannot fix it at the road anymore. So now we're towing a lot of cars and trucks to other garages. It takes longer time to do the work and we have to drive much more. Before we only drive to the customer, fix it on the place, but that you cannot do anymore. Always when I get one work, then I speak with the customer. I ask how it's happened, what is wrong. And always you have to think who you can send for this work, which equipment you need to do the work. You need long rope, you need small, you need strong. There is many things you have to think about. Maybe get some picture of it, make a good plan in your head. I try to think how many trucks or cars we need, or what we need, or how long the work gonna take and everything like this. You have to make a really good plan. It's very important. I have to think about everything. I have to think what's dangerous, what can happen wrong, who I can send for the work, who is good for this work, because I want the customer to have a good reality with us, that we don't do anything wrong. So that's very important for me. I don't want to go for one work and do it half. I want to do the work 100%. That's important for me. And you have to be prepared when you're coming for accidents. We just have one accident out there. There was a man stuck in the truck. The roof was down and everything, and we have to help with the crane and lifting the roof and everything's like this. So you have to have a strong heart and strong hair, because you can see many things maybe somebody not can see. So I speak with my workers very often. When I see things can go wrong, then I speak with them and tell them, this is dangerous. And I see the older I get, the more I think about what can happen. You have to be prepared for everything when you have this work. You cannot only do things, you have to think what you're doing. It's too late when you get the truck in your head or something like this. Then it's too late to think. Then it's game over. Now my whole family is working in my business. So we see each other on the work and at home. Not so much at home, but most in the work. Now my son is driving truck self, and I see that he's out working. Then I'm sometimes afraid when he's alone. Then I always call and ask how going, I tell him what's wrong, but he knows what's wrong because he has been with me since he was small. So, but yeah, you're thinking much when he's alone. As I see many other business have the family in the same company. And then I see many have problems. Maybe the son is quit because they not agree and something like this. But I think we like to work together. I see when I'm with my son in work, it's the best time I have with him. Now, I remember one time, it was almost in the start, I coming around one curve, and then it was a bus who crashed with a motorbike. And the man who driving the motorbike, he was under the bus. And I remember he was dead. And then you're thinking, never drive motorbikes, things like this. But they scared you a little bit. I liked driving motorbikes before, but now I don't like it anymore. I said for my son too, no license for driving motorbikes. It's too dangerous. When you have this work, you see many accidents. You see cars crashed, people are stuck in the cars. So I think for many who want to drive cars before they're driving, maybe it's good to see some accidents, how can happen if you're driving too fast, and then you see what wrong it can go. And that have helped many people, I think, because then they're driving slow. I see my son, he's driving slow. Many people call. Some trucks company in Haugesund, one of the company called me. He said, I want to thank your son. I was driving behind him. He driving slow. He follow everything. When he stopped, take me against him. So happy. And it's good to get telephones like this. Not driving fast, drive slowly. I am driving very fast in my life too, but now I've seen too many accidents, so now I'm driving slow. When I see back what I have done and what I have got, then I'm very proud of myself, because I started alone in 1995, and it was only me in my company, and now I'm about 40 people. I have a lot of my family in my company too, and we are a good team now. I have 3 garages, towing company, car rentals, car sales, repair of farmers thing, we're selling farmers thing. Yeah, we have a lot of things. So yeah, I have company for 29 years now. So many years with work, hard work. I remember I go to the bank and ask if I can borrow 600,000 to buy my gas station from my grandfather. I remember the man in the bank who said, you are crazy. I cannot give you this money. I go home, I'm thinking, how it's possible to say that? Next I called the boss for his boss. I said, I don't like this man because he don't give me the money. And I know this lady a little bit, so she called me back, I'm gonna fix this. So tomorrow you come writing the papers. This I never forget. For many, many years ago, he was on a truck. He was tipped over with sheep in, a lot of sheep. We start this working, and suddenly we get a phone call. There was one truck who have go a little bit out of a bridge. So we have to come at once, because they called to my garage here, and they called from some satellite telephone and tell we have to come. Yeah, there was a dam, and outside there was one truck with a crane. So he tipped over, and he was on the crash barrier on the side like this, and this arm standing 41 meters down and standing. And you heard when the wind, you heard click, click, and it was straight like this. Me and Bjørn coming there, we thinking it's possible this stay like this. So then we have to start thinking quick. So we go out in the bridge, safe it with some straps and things like this, and then we drive to Odda. We make plates with this hitch on, and this we have to fast to the wall, and we have a lot of snatch blocks, and we have driving 2 of our trucks like this, lot of wires, and then we tip it over. And when we get it over on the bridge, because it was a small bridge, then this arm standing 41 meters out. So we cannot leave him, because if we try to take the wires off, it will pull back again. And we try to start the car, it won't start, the truck I mean. And that we have to get the oil out of the engine, because it was stuck. So first we have to do that. We was very happy, because then we can start the truck. It's standing on this really, really small bridge, and it was 41 meters down there. It was 41 meters down there, and this only was on the crash barrier on the side. You heard, and when we start to pull it over, then it starts sliding like that, and then it was no place enough to take it down on the wheel again, because the bridge was so small. And then we have to make a new attachment. We have to climb under the truck and fast some ropes like this under, so it's not slides. So here we have a lot of technical towing. This was heavy work. I think this is maybe the worst work I've been in Norway. So this should be seen on TV. This was really work. Everything ended well, yes. Yeah, there is many new things. There is always more things we can help us with when we are out working. If you have telephones, good telephones, you can go in for YouTube. You can, if you have some problems like this, you have much more you can help you with today than before. Yeah, sometimes you find the solutions if you go maybe Google something and do like this, but all the equipment you use, the towing trucks gets better, more effective they are, more tools. So I think things start to get better. Yeah, now it's summertime, and the summer is just starting, and it's a lot of tourists, and many coming and visiting me after this filming. Many give me things they want to give me. Many coming to take picture. Somebody come and buy some t-shirts from me. So it has been very good for me. And everybody know me. If I go somewhere, everybody know me. Coming people from Netherlands, Deutschland, everywhere. Somebody coming, oh, you are the man at TV. It's very nice when you're coming for towing somebody. And then they only sit looking, it's you on TV. So many say that, that's good. I like that. I think that the film we have made now, it's getting better and better. So I think this season is going to be very good. So I hope many people want to look at it. That's very nice. And I hope maybe we get season T too. We are ready for season T. Then we have to make the best TV show ever.